Hello YouTube, in today's video we'll be combing over diamond filters in a direct-to-consumer retail loose diamond supplier. So it shows in the database that there's 95,000 plus diamonds, and the vast majority of the stones are cut to a specific standard. As I scroll through the cut grade, a lot of the stones that are fancy will not have a cut grade, so this really only applies to the round brilliance. But for the most, they are above very good. Most of the round brilliants are excellent or better for the cut grade. So that kind of demonstrates that the cut grade for the round brilliance, pretty much standard, is excellent or better. And as we can see, as we pull this down, it represents just a fraction of the overall cut grading. Here is a very important thing, that as we shift the color down below an eye, only a handful of stones achieve this overall color grade. But the vast majority are in the colorless range. This is for all the grading companies that issue grading gemological reports from this website. We have the IGI, the GIA, the GCAL, and the GSI, which is Gemological Science Institute. So what represents 95% of the color grading of these synthetic laboratory-grown diamonds are in the DEF range, with a couple of percent that are in the G to H range, and less than a fraction of 1% grade less than an I color grade. So this is great data for anyone that wants to understand this material and how this material is sold to consumers. Another important, interesting fact is very few synthetic laboratory-grown diamonds below an SI1 exist, and this proves that. The sweet spot for the Gemological Institute of America reports on this particular website are going to be VS2 to VVS2. That's the vast population of the stones offered on the website for this Gemological Institute of America graded material. And only 1% of the almost 3,000 diamonds listed in this database, only 1% is lower than a colorless F color on the color grading scale. So that means that the vast majority of all the submitted stones from this particular website have to remain in the DEF colorless range. And greater than 90% of all the GIA synthetic lab-grown diamonds on this database, more than 90% are above a VS2, with less than approximately 10% being an SI1. So this is very important data, as that the vast majority of grades from VS1 to flawless from the GIA on this particular database, 75% of the 3,000 stones are VS1 or better, with less than 25% being below VS1, VS2 to SI1. So this kind of explains, the premium or the standard. I don't believe that a stone graded by GIA's new grading terminologies, a stone grading below the VS1 cannot achieve a standard grade, so that will be ungradable. So anything above a VS1 could be, in that range of standard to premium. So this is important and great information to kind of understand the new grading scale of these synthetic laboratory-grown diamonds. and it's true that it's just only a very thin, narrow range, that it doesn't really make sense anymore to grade them.